What's up guys, Jordan here, and today I'm going to be showing you, with the help of my brother, how to do time lapses, but not just regular time lapses, but moving time lapses. So you're going to need to know how to do, obviously, just a basic stationary time lapse with the DSLR and the timer. The setup that we have is we have the timer over on here, and it records a picture on an interval. Mine's 10 seconds. I'll get into the timing of it in a bit. And then I have the tripod and the camera, and I just move it systematically a little bit every single frame. So instead of just leaving it in one position and getting the movement of whatever you're time lapsing, you're also moving the actual camera angle every single time. And so what I've tried to do with this shot is I'm shooting down this street at the Capitol building, and I've tried to keep the Capitol building in frame the entire time. Anyways, the exposure is 2.5 seconds. It takes a new picture every 10 seconds, and so it gives me 2.5 seconds to take the picture, then second or so to write it to the card, and then a second or so a preview to the screen, and then it comes up with the live view. And so that gives me enough time then to move it and then readjust it a little bit and get my hands off it so it takes a nice crisp picture. Take the pictures wider so then you can crop in later. That's always a good idea when you're moving around, so you can kind of adjust some stuff in post-production.
Again, this takes time. We're gonna have to understand and tweak it with how and what you're capturing, and then kind of play with it from there.
Now, once you have all the pictures taken, you need to put them on your computer, and this is where everything comes together. Now, if you simply put them into a time-lapsing software, I use Sequence, you can use higher-end products. If you just put them into a basic time-lapsing software like I did here, this is what you come up with. You get this just shaky, horrible video. It frankly gives me a headache, but you can see it's all jittery and shaky. When I first did this, I was like, I didn't take the hyperlapse well enough and I messed it all up. But no, that's actually what you will get, but you have to use a more expensive program like After Effects and do some effects on it, and then you can get a nice smooth image like this. So that's what I'll be showing you how to do. I use After Effects. This is I've only done it in After Effects, but we'll be using something called warp stabilization, and that's how we'll be putting all the pictures together smoothly. You could try it in some other higher end programs and see if it works. So once you have After Effects open, you need to import the pictures. And I have them saved on the memory card in this folder, Capitol Moving. And select the first one and then hit JPEG Sequence and then hit Open. And it'll open all those pictures within this sequence. So they're all right here, all those pictures. And you can see the size right there. Now, right click on it and go to Interpret Footage, Main, and then I'm going to change it to 24 frames per second and then hit OK. Now drag it down here into the timeline, and then over here where it says Effects and Presets, type in Warp, and you want Warp Stabilizer VFX. And what this will do, this is the magic that makes hyperlapses happen. Without it, you would get that jittery picture, but this is what you do. Just drag it over on top here, and it will actually analyze it and essentially just mend together each frame to the frame before and after it. So after it's all done analyzing, I'll come back and show you how to make it even better. Now, the warp stabilization is complete, and when we play it, this is what it looks like. Now, it's not playing at the 24 frames per second, but as you can see, it is much, much smoother when compared to the result we got when I just threw the pictures into time-lapsing software and just time-lapse the pictures without any stabilization. But it's still not quite done. In the hyperlapse that I showed at the beginning of the video, I adjusted the settings to make it much smoother. Over here in the effects, be sure to have preserve scale clicked. It'll crop in, but the result is much smoother. And also, go ahead and boost the smoothness up to, I boosted the smoothness up to 100%. I did additional scale 110. And then when you can choose between crop less or more smoothness, I chose 100% for that. So that's why I told you to take the pictures a little bit wider than what you really need, because then you have a room to play around with the settings to get it smoother. And it really is just kind of playing around with settings. It's depending on how the hyperlapse turned out for you, how well you were able to get everything stable, it's going to depend on these settings over there. But that's what I did for my time lapse. Those are the settings. I was playing around with some of the other ones as well, but I actually took it then into iMovie, added a vignette effect, and also stabilized it there again, just trying to reduce as much shakiness as I possibly could. But anyways, warp stabilization, that is the magic sauce, if you want to call it that, that makes hyperlapses work. Now, to export this movie to a MP4 format, this is how you do it. I actually had some trouble figuring out how to export in After Effects, but you go up to File, Export, and then Add to Render Queue. And then here you can change, you need to change some settings. Click on Lossless, and it'll bring up the main settings here. Make sure QuickTime is selected, and then you can resize it if you'd like. I'm going to resize it because it's a massive resolution, because it's using the resolution from the pictures, but keep it the same if you'd like. I'm going to do HDTV 1080 24, and then click OK, and then you can choose where to output it. I'm going to choose the desktop, and then click Save, and then right over here, once all the render settings are set how you'd like, go ahead and hit render. And then it'll go through and process, render out, and export that movie to the desktop or wherever you chose to save it. Now, after it's all done exporting, you'll see it here on the desktop, and when I double click on it, it does this converting, and then you're able to play it. Then you can resave it to the desktop, and now you can just view it with quick look.
But yeah, guys, that's how you do a moving time lapse. This helped you out. Be sure to like the video, subscribe for more, comment below if you want any more videos about time lapses, and be sure to check out my brother's channel. He's done time lapses over in China. Some more just kind of basic ones, but also like biking ones, a lot of cool travel videos. He lived in China for a year. Anything else you want to say about the channel?
No, I've really enjoyed traveling, and I hope you guys check it out, and make sure to subscribe to Jordan's channel as well, and appreciate him doing the collaboration with me. So God bless, take care.
See ya.